With just 3 limes placed in the right spots around your home, you can shift your fortune from failure to prosperity, from scarcity to abundance. Hello, I am Master Zhen. Today, I am going to reveal to you a timeless Feng Shui secret, the 3 lime ritual. Now, do not be so quick to think this is just some little household trick, because each lime carries with it a powerful energy of purification and activation, capable of unlocking a flow of wealth into your life. If placed correctly, these limes can dispel negative energy, protect your finances, and open the door to prosperity for your entire family. But before I show you how to perform this ritual, I want you to make a promise to yourself. Go ahead and write a positive affirmation in the comment section below, something like, "I open my heart to welcome prosperity into my home." This may seem like a small gesture, but it is your way of signaling to the universe that you are ready for abundance to come knocking at your door. If this ritual sparks inspiration in you and opens up a new perspective on wealth, make sure to hit that subscribe button, because every week I will be sharing more timeless Feng Shui secrets that help your family preserve good energy and attract lasting prosperity. Now, to truly unlock the power of this ritual, we need to prepare a few simple yet energetically charged items. Let us begin with the first step, preparing the ritual. First, you will need 3 fresh green limes. Limes are more than just a familiar fruit found in the kitchen. In Feng Shui, they are powerful symbols of purification and renewed vitality. Each lime, with its smooth, shiny, and refreshing skin, is like a green gem carrying the life force of nature. That is why you must choose fresh ones, smooth-skinned, unbruised, and not shriveled. If the lime is damaged or spoiled, its internal energy is already drained, and instead of absorbing negativity, it becomes a magnet for stagnant, heavy energy. Remember this: a fresh lime is like a lung that purifies the energy of your entire home. Next, you will need coarse, clean, and dry salt. Many people think of salt as just a seasoning, but in Feng Shui, salt is considered a protective crystal with the ability to absorb and neutralize negative energy. Each grain of salt is a tiny crystal that carries the memory of the ocean, the source of all life and the harmonizer of energy. When combined with limes, salt becomes an invisible shield, guarding your space from dark forces and helping maintain a bright, balanced environment. That is why, for generations, salt has always played a key role in cleansing and wealth-attracting rituals. Then, you will need a plain white ceramic dish or bowl. In Feng Shui, the color white represents purity and a flawless new beginning. A clean white dish serves as the energetic foundation that supports and amplifies the power of the limes and salt. But take note, the dish must be completely clean, no chips, no cracks, and no scratches. Any damage, no matter how small, symbolizes a crack in your luck. Many people overlook this detail, but in the world of Feng Shui, it is often the smallest things that determine the integrity of your blessings. Lastly, you will need a soft, clean cloth. You might be wondering, why does something as simple as a cloth matter so much? Well, this cloth is not just for drying the limes. When you gently use it to wipe away each drop of moisture, that is the moment you complete the purification process, allowing the new energy to be activated in its purest form. I always remind my students, treat the act of drying the limes with respect, because that mindfulness is the key to unlocking your blessings. Once you have fully prepared the symbolic items of power, the next step is the most crucial, the actual ritual itself. This is the moment when we awaken the hidden energy inside the 3 limes. Step 1. Purify the limes with cool water. Begin by preparing a bowl or basin of clean water. If possible, use purified water or freshly collected rainwater. These types of water carry a pure, natural energy that enhances the cleansing process. Gently drop each lime into the water and with your hand, slowly swirl it in a circular motion. As you do this, imagine the cool water washing away all dirt, invisible stagnant energy, and any residual energy the lime may have absorbed along its journey, from the tree to the market and finally into your hands. Take your time, around 1 to 3 minutes for each lime. Do not rush. It is this slow and mindful care that allows the cleansing energy to truly work. While washing, you may choose to close your eyes and softly repeat an affirmation such as, "All that is old is being washed away. Fresh life force is now being awakened." When you lift the lime from the water, you will notice a difference. Its surface will appear shinier, smoother, as if it has just awakened from a long sleep. That is the sign that the old energy has been released and the new life force has begun to rise. Step 2. Dry with a soft, clean cloth. Prepare a soft, clean cloth, ideally white in color. White represents purity and acts like a mirror that reflects clarity, completing the process in a meaningful way. Gently lift each lime and use the cloth to dry every drop of remaining water. As your hands touch the lime, imagine that you are awakening it, helping to seal in the new energy and prevent any leftover stagnant energy from clinging to it. While drying, take a deep breath and center your mind. If you feel called to, repeat a quiet affirmation such as, "I am preserving the purity of this energy." This mindful attention transforms a simple action into a sacred moment of power. Once the lime is completely dry and its skin gleams under the light, that is the sign it is ready. At this point, your 3 limes have become vibrant, green gems, fully energized and prepared to enter the next most important phase of the wealth ritual. Step 3. Placing the limes. Once the limes have been purified and carefully dried, it is time to place them on the white ceramic dish. Hold each lime with both hands and gently place it onto the dish with a sense of reverence, as if you were positioning a sacred object. In that very moment, the lime transitions from an ordinary fruit into a Feng Shui tool, aligned with the energy flow of wealth. You can place them according to your intention. Keeping the limes whole allows them to retain their internal energy, symbolizing long-lasting, stable fortune, like an underground spring that flows without end. If you choose to cut the limes in half, their life force is released instantly, bringing a more powerful purification effect and fast results, especially useful in times when you need an immediate energetic shift. Arrange the 3 limes in a triangle, the 3-legged cauldron formation, a symbol of stability and balance, or in a straight line if your goal is to clear a smooth path for wealth to flow. Once placed, you may notice a sense of calm beginning to spread through the space, as though a fresh wave of life force has just been activated in the room. Step 4. Sprinkle coarse salt around the limes. Now that the 3 limes are properly placed on the white ceramic dish, they resemble green gems radiating fresh energy. But to prevent this energy from being disturbed, you need to create a strong, protective shield around them. This is where the power of coarse salt comes into play. Prepare a handful of clean, dry, coarse salt. Gently take a pinch in your hand and begin to sprinkle it around the limes in a circle, as if you are drawing an invisible shield of protection. This salt ring acts as an energy barrier, blocking negative forces from entering and helping the energy within the limes remain clean and stable. To increase the cleansing power, you may also sprinkle a little salt directly on the limes. In this way, the salt and limes work in tandem, absorbing and neutralizing any lingering harmful energy. Each grain of salt is like a tiny, steadfast crystal, reflecting light and dissolving the shadows that still linger in the space. As you sprinkle the salt, keep your mind calm and focused. Each motion is more than just scattering salt. It is an affirmation in itself. This space is protected. Negative energy has no place here. Once the salt circle is complete, you will feel the atmosphere shift. The room will seem lighter, clearer, as though it has just been energetically refreshed. From this moment on, the 3 limes have been given their sacred place and are fully surrounded by a circle of protection. They are now ready to serve as energy centers, drawing in blessings, anchoring wealth, and radiating peace throughout your home. And right after this step, we move into the most powerful part of the ritual, activating the energy with your personal intention and affirmations. Once the ritual is complete, with the limes and salt positioned neatly on the dish, the next question is, where should you place them so that the flow of abundance is truly activated? This, right here, is the key to unlocking the full power of the ritual. Location 1. The window. In Feng Shui, windows are considered the eyes of a home. These eyes are where sunlight enters, where air circulates, and where the internal energy of the home meets the external energy of the world. A house with clear, bright windows invites fresh and vibrant energy inside. On the other hand, if windows are dark, dusty, or blocked, stagnant energy will start to build up, slowing everything down. When you place limes and salt by the window, you are creating a natural energy filter. The green limes absorb negative energy and balance out the dullness, while the coarse salt acts as a shield, repelling harmful energy and allowing only freshness and clarity to enter. That way, the air flowing through the window is already purified before it makes its way into your living space, helping your home stay energized, clean, and filled with positive energy. Positioning the limes and salt at the window also carries an extra layer of meaning. When morning or midday sunlight shines directly on them, it activates the life force within the limes and salt, generating a powerful energy field. You can visualize the limes as glowing green gems and the salt as tiny, radiant crystals, working together to form a protective light shield around your home. The sunlight serves as the ignition, while the limes and salt act as amplifiers, allowing the good energy to spread freely. For best results, choose a large, open window that receives plenty of natural light. Place the dish of limes and salt directly on the windowsill or on a small shelf nearby. Every time you open the window to let the breeze in, imagine that you are opening the eyes of your home, inviting in light, fresh air, and good fortune. Keep an eye on the window area after you have placed the limes and salt there. If the limes start to wither or the salt becomes clumpy, that is a sign they have absorbed and neutralized a significant amount of negative energy. At that point, simply replace them so the eyes of your home can stay bright and strong. Location 2. The kitchen. In Feng Shui, the kitchen is considered the second heart of the home. It is the place that holds the fire, the warmth, and also reflects the abundance and well-being of the entire family. A vibrant, tidy, and cozy kitchen is a sign of lasting wealth, while a dark, messy one can drain financial energy and weaken family harmony. By placing limes and salt in the kitchen, you are introducing a force of balance and powerful purification. The green limes bring refreshing life force that helps absorb the heavy energy left behind by cooking, grease, or clutter. The coarse salt, with its strong ability to absorb and neutralize negative energy, helps keep the kitchen bright and pure. Together, these two elements act as protectors, cleansing the space while maintaining warmth and abundance for your household. The kitchen also carries a deeper meaning. It is where family members prepare and share meals together. When the energy in the kitchen is harmonious, each meal becomes a moment of connection, easing daily stress and strengthening family bonds. Placing limes and salt here is your quiet way of saying, "This family is nourished, united, and at peace." Place the dish of limes and salt in a clean corner of the kitchen, away from trash bins or any sources of waste. The ideal spot is near the cooking area or on the dining table, places closely linked with nourishment and abundance. Each time the kitchen light hits them, the green limes and white salt become a glowing reminder that this space is surrounded by purity and blessings. Location 3. The living room. In Feng Shui, the living room is often seen as the true heart of the home. It is the first place that receives energy from the main entrance and the central space where family and guests gather. A bright, well-balanced living room makes it easier for wealth and prosperity to flow in, but if it is dark, cluttered, or chaotic, negative energy can accumulate and influence the entire household's fortune. Placing limes and salt in the living room is how you keep the heart of the home clean and strong. The 3 green limes act as natural filters, absorbing the subtle negative energies that may be brought in by guests, strangers, or even family members after a long day out. The coarse salt serves as a shield, locking out any harmful energy and keeping the energy field of the living room clear, balanced, and full of good fortune. The living room also reflects the prosperity of the homeowner in the eyes of others. When someone sees a beautiful dish of bright green limes paired with pristine white salt, it is not just about balancing the energy. It also sends a silent message. This home welcomes freshness, peace, and abundance. Guests will immediately sense a comforting, light presence in the space, and that helps build warm, harmonious relationships. The ideal spots to place your limes and salt in the living room are on the coffee table, a display shelf, or in a respectful corner near the entrance to the room. Avoid placing them too close to the television, electronic devices, or dusty areas, as mixed energies can weaken the ritual's effect. Instead, choose a clean, well-lit area where natural light can reach, allowing the limes and salt to truly shine as a Feng Shui centerpiece in your home. Location 4. The main entrance. Placing limes and salt near the main entrance is a way of building an invisible, energetic barrier. The green limes absorb and neutralize any negative energy the moment it tries to enter your home. The coarse salt, with its cleansing power, acts as a firm line of defense, blocking out harmful forces and allowing only positive, life-affirming energy to pass through your doorway. When guests visit your home, they may not consciously recognize the meaning behind the dish of limes and salt near the door, but they will feel it. There will be a sense of lightness, of comfort, the moment they step inside. That feeling is proof that the energy has been filtered and your home has truly become a sanctuary of peace. The best place to position the dish near your front door is on a clean shoe rack, a small side table, or in a neat corner close to the entrance. Avoid placing it directly on the floor or in areas where it might be knocked over. Accidental damage or careless placement can interrupt the protective energy the ritual is meant to create. When morning sunlight pours through the doorway and lights up the green limes and white salt, that is when the blessings are most actively awakened. Each time you walk through your front door, carry a clear intention in your heart. All negativity stops outside. Only blessings and abundance walk in with me. When placing the limes in the right locations is only half of the ritual. The timing of when you perform it is just as important, because when you choose the right moment, the energy will be activated with even greater force. The first ideal time is in the morning, right after the sun rises. This is when the life force in nature is at its strongest. Morning sunlight carries purity, drives away the darkness of the night, and signals the beginning of a new energy cycle. When you place your limes and salt at this moment, it is like planting a seed in fertile soil in the spring. The life force immediately begins to soak in, nourish, and spread. Aside from the morning, there are two particularly powerful days in the month when positive energy is most concentrated: the 1st and 15th day of the lunar calendar. In Feng Shui, these days are seen as moments of energetic renewal. Days when the universe opens a portal to attract and align with the natural flow of abundance. Placing your limes and salt on these days is like tapping into the timing of nature itself, amplifying your intention and helping blessings flow into your home and stay for the long term. However, there is one more element that is just as important and often overlooked, and that is your emotional state. If you perform the ritual while feeling tired, angry, or anxious, that negative energy will be transferred directly into the limes and salt, blocking their ability to do their job. So never begin the ritual when your heart feels heavy. Instead, wait until you are calm. Take a few deep breaths and ground yourself in positive intention before you begin. This ritual is not just about what you do in the moment. It is also about how you maintain it. If you want the flow of abundance to continue, the limes and salt must be replaced regularly to keep the energy fresh and vibrant. A Feng Shui ritual is only truly powerful when it is both performed and maintained with care. Limes and salt are strong cleansing tools, but they are not unlimited. After they have absorbed too much negative energy, they lose their effectiveness, and if left too long, they can even have the opposite effect. That is why one of the most important rules is to replace your limes and salt every 7 to 10 days. This time frame allows them to complete their cleansing and protective work without becoming damaged or energetically overloaded. If you forget and leave them for too long, you will notice the limes becoming shriveled or moldy and the salt forming clumps, clear signs that they have worked hard, absorbed too much, and can no longer hold their purity. When you see those signs, do not panic or worry. Instead, take it as proof that the ritual worked, that the limes and salt absorbed the heaviness on your behalf, protecting you and your family. What you need to do next is simply refresh them, so the flow of energy can continue uninterrupted. How you dispose of the old limes and salt also matters. Never throw them away carelessly. That would be like dismissing the energy and the service they have provided. Instead, wrap them in a piece of clean, white paper. White symbolizes purity, helping to return the energy to its original cleansed state. Then, you can either bury them in the earth as a way of returning them to nature, or dispose of them respectfully, with a silent moment of gratitude for the protection they have given your home. With just 3 green limes and a small handful of white salt, when performed correctly, you are opening a powerful energetic gateway for your home, one where negative energy is blocked, blessings are held in place, and prosperity begins to flow like a steady stream. This is more than just a Feng Shui practice. It is a way of caring for your home, your family, and your own inner peace. Always remember, what truly makes a difference is not just the objects, but the energy and intention you bring to the ritual. A quiet heart and unwavering belief are what transform each lime and every grain of salt into a sacred connection between you and the flow of universal blessings. If you are ready to welcome abundance and prosperity into your life, begin today. And before you leave, I invite you to write a positive affirmation in the comments below. Something simple like, "I open my heart to receive overflowing abundance." Writing this out is how you plant the very first seed of wealth and peace. Do not forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you will not miss out on any of the timeless Feng Shui secrets I will be sharing. Each week, I will continue to bring you rituals and insights that have helped countless families attract fortune, protect their homes, and pass on blessings to future generations.